Cool. Hey, give him a quick hand, man. We don't have a whole lot of time. I want to keep you guys on time the best we can, but I want to talk about a couple things Eric said is like, you know, you guys got this mat in common, right? With Eric, I don't have that. But like Eric, I have been a fighter my whole life. And I don't just mean with my hands. I mean, I've been fighting since day one because I'm an underdog. Like, nobody believed in me. Nobody ever thought I was ever going to amount to shit. I was in and out of foster care growing up because my parents were addicts. And I got into trouble as soon as I was old enough to. At 13, I was arrested for the first time. At 14, I was arrested and didn't come home until I was 16. Okay, when I came home, I was out for another 6 months before I got arrested again. As an adult this time, they charged me as an adult. I went to adult prison. When I went to prison this time, my daughter was born while I was in there. Okay? So, first kid I ever had, first of all my kids, the oldest of my kids, I wasn't in there when she was born. That shit hurt. You know, you think like something like that might kick you and like say, hey, listen, get back to it. You know, figure this thing called life out. I didn't. I came home, got right back in trouble. My charges were all over the place too, man. I was trying to be creative. Like Eric said, I was trying to get that quick buck. I was trying to get rich quick. And I felt like for me, what I was familiar with was selling drugs, breaking the law, doing these things to get the money that I really wanted. And so that's what I kept doing. So, long story short, because I want to keep the time right, when I was 21 years old, I was up for my 4th felony conviction. My 4th separate felony conviction at 21 years old. I was busy. So, when I got to court, I was so familiar with the court process that I felt like I knew what I was doing. So I got there, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to court, they're going to offer me a plea, which is a modified sentence. You know, you get to plead guilty, they'll give you a better sentence. I was like, all right, I'll take whatever they give me and we'll just do the time and I'll come home. They came to me, they said, Bobby, if you take this, what they call me Robert, you know, that's my legal name. They said, Robert, if you take this plea, you're going to only do 33 years. I said, 33 years? They said, bro, it's your 4th felony. If you go to trial and you lose, they're going to give you 60. I said, shit. I said, 33, that's the same as 60. You might as well give me 60. I'm not taking 33 just off like I'm going to agree to this. So obviously I didn't take the plea. I spent the next 7 months in jail waiting to go to court. And while I was in jail, my little cousin caught a murder charge in Philadelphia. And by the luck of the draw, he was put on the same tier in the prison that I was on, 3 doors down from me, right? And that was really fortunate for him because the guy that he killed had family all up and down the tier. So when they cracked our doors for us to go to chow and get food and come back, we'd have to go back to back and fight. Remember I said I was a fighter? I love fighting. It's that small man complex, right? Like, we got to fight because everybody's trying us because we're small. I didn't like this kind of fighting. Like, every single day, we had to go back to back and fight for what was probably our life. And it was so ugly that I would go out and I'd play basketball. So I would go out to yard and play basketball with some of the other inmates. My cousin would stay back just because he's got such a big target on his back, he would stay back. So I'm running up and down the court one day, and I just happened to hear a group of people at the end of the court say, we're going to go in on the white boy on A team after yard was over, right? I just happened to hear them. That's how aware I had to be of my surroundings, that I happened to hear that. I had to rush in there, get in there, and protect them before they came in, and who knows what. So the whole time, I'm praying because they already told me I'm going to do 60 years if I lose the court, right? So I'm praying. I'm like, come on, man, give me 5, give me 10, give me 15 years. And this sounds crazy to me now because obviously I'm here and I'm not in jail. But I was praying for 5, 10, 15 years. Like, I was praying for that. I get to court, and at this time, I've calmed some things down with my cousin. I think I'm about to get moved from where I'm at to another place where I can do the time that they're about to give me. And I'm praying, I'm hoping, I'm wishing. I get to court, my public defender, because I didn't have any money, but my public defender represented me and said, hey, listen, we're going to try something. We're going to grab a few people from this holding cell, we're going to put them in the jury box, and we're going to see if the victim or the witness can identify them. I said, all right, whatever, it's worth a shot. They grabbed the people from the holding cell, I'm like, these dudes? Like, one was a Spanish dude, one was another Spanish dude with tattoos on his face, and then there was an old white dude. Like, nobody looked like me, wasn't even close. So I'm like, okay, this is a setup. I'm going to go up here and he's obviously going to kick me out. Go up to the jury box. The guy, the victim, the witness walks into the courtroom. He looks me dead in my face and he says, "The man who did this is not in the courtroom tonight." And I went home the same night. I got no explanation for it, man. I got no explanation for it. But here's what I have. Remember I said I was an underdog, right? So I go home unexpectedly out of nowhere. But I'm an underdog because now I got 3 felony convictions and I got to get a job. I got to find a way to get an outcome better than what I've had before. So I start thinking outside the box. I said, how can I get what I've never got? And the answer was, I got to do what I've never done, right? So I said, all right. I went and I borrowed a suit off my cousin. My cousin is 6'2", right? I'm like 5'9" on a good day. I might be 5'10" with these heels, but like the suit was way too big for me. So I'm walking into this, I got the suit on, I go and get my hair cut, and I start showing up to places that I thought might hire me. And I walk in and I'm like, I'm here for my interview. And they say, well, we don't have you scheduled for an interview. I said, oh, I'm sorry, man. I have my interview scheduled for 11 o'clock. Don't worry, I just have a seat and I'm waiting. Sat down, I waited. 45 minutes I waited. Somebody came out and was like, is it a suit? They're like, yeah. I said, all right, bring him on back. So I got my first job. Now, I was uncomfortable, right? Because the suit was too big. I went and got a haircut. I did some things outside the box. I showed up to a place I wasn't even invited to. Didn't have an interview. I just showed up. I wanted it that bad to get uncomfortable. I wanted it more than the next guy, so that's why I did what I did. Now, they gave me the job. The job's only a part-time seasonal position. They said, you're going to be fired after Christmas comes and goes. So I said, I got to do something to stand out, right? So they started me in electronics at the Camden Walmart. This is right here. This ain't in Nebraska or nothing. This is right here in Delaware. Camden Walmart is where I got my first job. When I get there, all the TVs are all foggy, blurry, right? I'm like, okay, I'm going to stay overnight. I'm going to fix these TVs. And I didn't know how to do it. I used YouTube to find out. So I learned on YouTube how to fix all these TVs. I stayed. I didn't ask anybody's permission. I stayed overnight. I fixed all the TVs. In the morning, the TVs looked great. Everything was crystal clear. Everything looked good. I went home. I learned everything I could about the TVs. Then I came in the next day. I taught everybody in the department everything I could about the TVs. Why? Why did I teach everybody else? No, because that information, I didn't want to keep it to myself. I didn't want to just protect my talent, my skill, I wanted to share that information so we could perform better as a group and as a unit. So I shared that information with them. TV starts flying out of the store. The store manager finds out, like, why the sales, what happened with the department? Why is there no TVs? Like, what's going on with sales? The store manager comes over and is like, what's going on? Everybody points at me. They made me a manager of the store, customer service manager, front end, no big deal to most. To me, it was a big fucking deal. 2 months ago, I was in jail. 2 months ago, I thought I was about to do a bunch of time. And now I'm the manager of the store. So here's what happened. I went, there's a saying called, it says, go as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll be able to see further. So keep going, right? When you want something bad enough, you will find a way. You will do things that make you uncomfortable. You will do things that are outside of your comfort zone when you want it bad enough. Guys, today, I own a business that grosses $3 million per year. I own another business. I own real estate. I flip houses. I have rental properties. I speak. I'm doing something I never in my wildest dreams thought was possible. And you know what I learned? That with the right mindset, not only is this shit possible, it becomes profitable. Do you want it bad enough? Do you want this championship? And I don't know anything about wrestling, so excuse my term, but do you want these matches? Do you want those wins bad enough? Because when he asked you what your goals were and he walked around this room and he pointed at you guys, you're like, I don't know states. I don't know this. I don't know that. If you don't know, you need to find out now. Because when you go into that mat, bro, you need to know what you want. Listen, when you're the underdog, that's where the great stories start. You guys aren't the favorites, are you? Is anybody in this room the favorite to win it all? Is this team the favorite to win it all? And that's where the great stories come from. That's where the great stories come from. Who watches football? Who's a football fan? Who's an Eagles fan? Better question.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay? Whether you're an Eagles fan or you're not, everybody's got respect for this. Y'all know the story? Nick Foles, backup quarterback, goes in, knocks Tom Brady off the mat, right? That's what we're talking about. Nobody counted this dude. Nobody gave this dude a chance, man. And he went in there, did he even look like he was playing against Tom Brady? He looked like he was playing backyard football, airing it out, catching touchdown passes. Like, what? This dude didn't have a chance, they said. I mean, that's where the greatest stories have ever come from. The underdog story. I've been an underdog my whole damn life, and guess what? I wouldn't want it any other way. They've been counting me out my whole life. I love that shit. I love what they're saying. I love it when they say that I can't do it. Because guess what? When they tell me I can't do it, you know what I know about that? Is that's them recognizing that they can't do it. And so they don't want to see me do it, because then they're going to know if they'd have really tried, they could have. And that's something that makes them uncomfortable. See, me, I wanted to be uncomfortable. They didn't want to be uncomfortable. I wanted to get uncomfortable because success is on the other side of your comfort zone. This shit ain't comfortable. You guys are in there busting your ass. I seen how winded you guys were. This shit is uncomfortable, right? How much more uncomfortable do you got to get that win? How much harder do you got to go? And that's what you need to know going into this match. And going into this match, right? Conferences. Okay, my bad. I'll tell you. I'm a fighter, but I don't wrestle. So. But, guys, that's what it's all about, man. It's desire. That's what it comes down to. Like, is anybody in here the tallest, biggest, fastest, like, wrestler there is or ever was? No. But guess what? Kobe wasn't the tallest. Kobe wasn't the fucking fastest on the court. Kobe didn't even have the biggest hands. That's legit. But that didn't stop Kobe. Kobe was like, listen, I got something they don't got. I got desire. I got dedication. And I'm going to focus on this shit 100% with all of my effort until I'm the greatest. You guys want it that bad. You want it bad enough to get in front of me. That's what it's going to do. Okay. Questions? So let me